What's up, guys? Transfer is here, back with another video. Today I'm joined by Gyan, Ekavin,
Hello.
and I'm joined by a newcomer called Mr. Walshy, and he'll be
Hello,
joining us
I'm
today.
hoping to change my name soon when I can.
Yes, he'll be called. What will he be
Something.
called?
Lord Walshy.
Well, we're
It's an
still
upgrade.
thinking
Sir
of
Walshy.
we're still thinking of a channel name for Ekavin. I suggested
Oh.
the part-time devil because once you become full-time, you can be like, I'm the full-time devil now. I'm no longer part-time.
You racist nonsense.
Yeah.
I've said worse things in my life. I can't say anything, but
Yeah, Gyan, you cannot talk. You have
I
said
said
worse.
Let me start again.
But I'm brown, so
Racist bastard.
I'm brown, so I can say all the racist shit I want, you know.
All right, okay. So today we're gonna be doing a La Liga preview. We're gonna be previewing the whole league, and we're gonna be talking about who we think will finish in the top and who we think will get relegated as well. So let's get into this. All right. So let's talk about the number one spot. Let's make a table now. Picture a table. Picture a table, guys.
What
I
we
have the table.
I think once we get to the
I have
mid-table,
the table.
I think
Then
once we get to the mid-table, it'll get a bit fuzzy, just because of our knowledge of it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we
we'll
have
try
like
our
no
best.
knowledge.
All right, okay. Who do you think's gonna win the league? We've got Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, Real Madrid. Me, Ollie, Ekavin both agreed with Atletico Madrid. What about you again?
It's actually tough because I always see Atletico Madrid. Have they done enough? We could see Real Madrid go on a deadline day spending spree. We could see Barcelona attract some of the best players in the world. Can Atletico match that in the market? I don't know.
I think they've had a really good transfer market in my opinion.
They have, but it's always relative, right? And we don't know how Real Madrid will do in the last couple of weeks. If they go out and sign a truly world-class X-Factor player, what if Barcelona do that? That being said, I don't see Real Madrid winning it either. A lot of praise has been said about Zinedine Zidane, how he's supposedly Real Madrid's answer to Pep Guardiola. I'm not sure about this. I think that he is yet to prove himself over a full season. But there are positive signs for Real Madrid in that he is controlling the transfer policy now. Like Morata, Perez wanted to sell Morata, Zidane vetoed it. Perez wanted to buy someone, Zidane vetoed it. So I think that we see Zidane gaining power in Madrid. I think that he could be a long-term manager for Real Madrid, but I don't see it happening this year for him. Probably going to go with Barcelona again. Sorry, guys.
To win the league.
Yeah, probably.
All right, Ollie, Ekavin, what do you guys think?
I think Barcelona, obviously they've got the players to have it, but I really don't rate Luis Enrique as a manager.
Oh, he's terrible. He's nonsense.
I don't know, he's not terrible because he
is
he won
terrible.
the treble with them, but he never comes
He is
across,
terrible, man.
in my opinion, as a brilliant manager. And to win the La Liga 3 times in a row, I don't think he'll be able to do that. And looking at some of Atletico Madrid's signings, they've got like Nicolas Gaitan in, Kevin Gamero. Kevin Gamero and Antoine Griezmann will be so good up front together.
Oh yeah,
And they'll link up really well in the front too. It won't be like the Euros where it was Giroud, like Griezmann off of Giroud, but I think they'll link up so well together. However, it'll be interesting to see. I think Griezmann will have to drop back a bit because if he's going to play on the last man, which is what Gamero does as well, that won't work. But I think Simeone, it's probably, although his contract goes until I think 2020, it's probably seen as his last chance to win the league, seeing as they have a transfer ban the next transfer window, and I think he'll do it.
All right, Ekavin, what do you think?
I just think that Atletico Madrid. Don't forget they have Koke as well, who is a fantastic playmaker, and Griezmann this year, I think has been phenomenal for Atletico Madrid because of his goal scoring and how he guided them to the final of the Champions League and also to the final of the Euro and guided France to the final of the Euro. I think he can gain that confidence, and I think Atletico Madrid shall use that confidence to look forward to winning the title this year.
My question is Koke light or Koke heavy?
Yes, Koke light or Koke heavy, Ekavin.
Koke heavy.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
If there's no such thing as Koke, if there's such thing as Koke light, why isn't there Koke heavy?
Okay.
All right, so that moves us on. We've already talked about the top 3 teams. Now we sort of move into the 4th, 5th place position.
Well, we should order them. We should put them in order. Should we do that?
Okay, so we've got first. Okay, I think Gian, 3 against 1. First, Atletico Madrid. Second, Barcelona. Third, Real Madrid.
I would agree with that. But I think that Barca could probably win. It's so difficult because any of them could realistically win it. And I don't want to write off Real Madrid because I think Zidane, over a long period of time, will do well. And I'm just afraid that them finishing third would probably get him sacked. I'm worried about that. So I don't want my one prediction to contradict my other prediction. So I'm really between a rock and a hard place.
I think one team you got to look at, like there's those 3 top teams, which are pretty much set on getting those 3 Champions League places guaranteed. Then you've got that one team behind that who they get into the qualifying of Champions League, and for me that has to be Sevilla. Sevilla, although they've let go the likes of Krychowiak, who is such a good midfielder, and Gamiro, who's a great striker.
Most importantly, Emery.
What?
Most importantly,
but I think Sampoli, who's come in, is going to do actually really well. I like his 3-back formation with a really interchangeable 3 up front, which I think will work very well.
It's the 3-3-1-3 shit.
Sometimes.
Did you do that?
He's done that in the past. But then you got the likes of Ben Yedder there. He's got the likes of, is it Vieto, who's there. I think it's going to work, and I think he'll be able to bring it together. It's one of these. It's like Southampton. It's such a good club structure. Generally, that I think they'll do very well. And they managed to finish. Was it 7th last season, 6th last season? While losing lots of home games, they'll definitely need to be a lot more solid at home if they want to really get up to that Champions League.
Where do you think they'll finish this season?
4th.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So Gian, I'll let you talk, and then I'll ask Ekevin something. Villarreal, you're a big Villarreal fan because
I was going to bring up Villarreal.
They are the yellow submarine.
I like the Beatles, so Yellow Submarine. Yeah, I was going to bring that up. Villarreal had a good season. I mean, they did have 64 points last year. We're a team right above them. Atletico at 88. So if I'm going to quickly do the math, they finished 24 points behind Atletico, but behind the top 3, but they still finished 4th. So it shows you the gap there, and it's a different league on its own. Sort of the first league, and then the second, like who's gonna be the top of the mid-table, so to speak, and of course the winner of that gets Champions League playoff round. Villarreal, of course, they sacked their manager, Marcelino. He did very well, I think, to get them to 4th place and take them on a pretty long run in the Europa League. He got into a fight with Klopp, which was quite entertaining to see him, and probably got scared and ran away. But I don't know why they sacked him. I don't see a reason why. I think that could be a mistake.
All right, Ekevin, I'm gonna ask you about Atletico Bilbao. Where do you think they'll finish?
I think they might finish 6th this year. Yeah, Aduriz, who is a very old striker but can still score quite a number of goals, and they have a good defender in Aymeric Laporte, and Inaki Williams, good striker as well. But they do have some very decent players since selling Ander Herrera back in 2014 to Man United, and I still do think Atletico Bilbao will have a good season this year.
Don't forget Javi Martinez as well.
A team I think that will have a good season this season is Valencia. I mean, if you look at the signings they brought in Nani, who's a great signing, and they still have a hold on Mustafi, and up front they have Alcacer. I think Alcacer, I think he'll be in for a good season. And you've also got in the defense, you've got Abdenor.
Yeah,
Abdenor.
Yeah, and Bakali. How can you forget about Bakali?
Oh yeah, Zachary Bakali.
Yeah, he's a great young player, but he's never really done anything, has he? To be fair.
But he could do something this season.
I think something.
He's dribbled around 5 people.
Yes.
I think one which could go either way for me is Deportiva de la Coruña.
Yes.
They relied so much.
Deportivo La Coruña.
Oh yeah, I'm learning Spanish, by the way. I just started my first lesson yesterday, so
Atletico Bilbao, Gian.
That's basketball. It doesn't count.
Oh yeah,
I think
Vale.
I think Deportiva last season relied on Lucas Perez so much for goal scoring, and really they came 15th last season. And did they come 15th last season? I think they came somewhere around. Let me see. Yeah, they did finish 15th last season, and they relied on his goals so much. And if he doesn't score a lot of goals, because they've really got a really poor squad apart from that, I think they could definitely be tipped to go down.
I want to ask you all about this team, Malaga. Malaga. Where do you all think Malaga will finish? Because it's actually really interesting with Malaga because they're one of they used to be a very, very decent side. And
well, it was interesting when Pellegrini was there because he did so well with them.
Yeah, he did.
He's gotten them further up.
I mean, but they used to be a much better side. I think last season they did finish 8th, but I think they finished much higher before. But 8th last season, 48 points. They were just behind Sevilla. So
Well, I think one thing you can say is they've got a very decent goalkeeper. Carlos Kameni? He seems like a very good goalkeeper, one of the best goalkeepers in the league last season. And when you've got such a solid thing to rely on behind, I think, although he can make a lot of mistakes, I think he made maybe 6 mistakes which led to goal-scoring opportunities or really good goal-scoring opportunities last season. He seems like a bit of a rock at the back, and in my opinion, they're not going to finish as high as they did last season. There's no big names in there. They haven't got a strong squad at all.
Well, I mean, I just look at their squad right now. The only name I recognize is Guillermo Ochoa, the Mexican goalkeeper from 2014 World Cup.
Yes.
That's the only name I recognize.
And he wasn't even playing last season.
Kevin, what do you think of Malaga?
I think they're going to finish 14th this year.
Okay, 14th. He's going with the 14th.
Ooh, with a number.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I mean, another interesting team, Real Sociedad.
Wait, can I go back to Malaga for a second?
Yes.
They have rich Arab owners. What are they doing?
What do you mean, what are they doing? They're not
spending it. Why aren't they spending it? Why?
Because maybe the owners don't want them to spend it.
It's just, then why you own a football club then?
Ask Hull City,
it's money. Ask Arsenal.
Yes.
Arsenal are a special case. And
let's transition from Malaga to Real Sociedad because it's very interesting. Real Sociedad, they finished 9th last season. They were tied on points with Malaga. They lost because of goal difference. They had -3. Malaga had 3.
Mm-hmm.
So where do you think Real Sociedad?
Or they're probably just like Liverpool. Or they're probably just like Liverpool, where they're so committed to their players. It's like Jurgen Klopp.
That's good, mate. The commitment to the players is a good thing.
That's
a good thing.
Real Sociedad. So
I love it.
I think they'll probably steal that 8th place spot to Malaga, or maybe move up to 7th. What do you think?
To be fair, I don't really know much about Malaga.
No, Real Sociedad.
Real Sociedad, I mean.
Yeah.
I don't really know much about them.
I don't know much about them either. I mean,
all right.
They got a couple of good players in there.
Yeah, they had
the likes of Carlos Vela is a very good player.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
On that right wing, they had a very good World Cup. Was it back with Mexico?
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of names in here that I recognize.
A decent young Spanish defender.
They have Inigo
Martinez.
Martinez.
Yes. Quality player.
Mendy.
Mendy, yeah. Is he on a permanent from Real Madrid?
Yeah, he's back there permanently.
No, he left Sociedad to Madrid, then back to Madrid. Sorry, back to Sociedad
very bad
again.
bit of business there because I mean, bought him for 32 million euros. How much did you got to sell him for? I mean, that's not a very good business from Real Madrid.
Well, he wasn't that type of midfield that Real Madrid needed. He was like, you have Casemiro, who's an up and coming young player.
All right, but even though we don't know much about Real Sociedad, let's just give a prediction because they finished 9th last season, so we should look somewhere around there.
I can't give a prediction if I don't know anything about
look somewhere around there.
Pick a number between 8 and 12 and just say it.
I'm probably going to say like 7. Around near the Europa League.
I was going to go 10.
Near the Europa. I think they're going to finish near the Europa League spot.
All right.
Can I bring up Real Betis for a second?
Real Betis?
Real Betis.
Betis. Come on, Gian.
I don't know.
You're learning Spanish. I'm gonna have a talk with your Spanish teacher.
He'll speak to you back in Spanish, and you'll be like, "What the hell is he saying?"
I know what Spanish is again. That's why I learned Spanish in class. That's why
I've had one lesson. That's not even that much.
Still again.
How much would you know after one lesson? Are you silly goose?
Enough.
So, I think Real Betis. I want them to do well because,
Betis.
of course, they're managed Real Betis. They're managed by Gus Poyet.
Oh yes, the man that saved Sunderland.
Yep, he saved Sunderland. Did very well, playing for Chelsea.
I thought they were supposed to build a statue for him.
No.
Yeah, that's what they were talking about.
No, he's not. I mean, he's not on the level of like a Lampard or a.
But he saved Sunderland.
Oh, you mean Sunderland want to do it, not Chelsea?
Sunderland.
That's an interesting one. I think Allardyce gets a statue as well because he saved it. But then they can't. They don't have enough material to build a statue big enough to fit Sam Allardyce.
All right, continue with Real Betis.
They've also got a Chelsea player on loan, Musonda. Fantastic.
Oh, yes,
Charlie Musonda.
He's such a skilled player. Like,
see him dribble, like it's ridiculous. Charlie Musonda.
Did he play for Arsenal once or not?
There's three brothers. This one is very young. This Charlie Musonda is like
Belgian, right?
19. They're all Belgian.
Yeah.
They're brothers.
Yeah, I know. I was asking if he was Belgian. Then
Charlie Musonda and was another Musonda?
Yeah, there's three of them. I don't know what the other names are.
I think it was Gary Musonda and Barry Musonda.
No, there's one with a T. There's one with a T, and then I don't know the other one.
Terry Musonda.
No, there's one with an L as well. There's an L, there's a T.
Larry.
Larry, Gary, Barry.
Gary Neville. Tika Musonda and Lamisha Musonda, and then Charlie Musonda. So, Charlie is the best one. He's brilliant.
Well,
see him dribble. He's ridiculously good. He's basically going to be the next Willian, hopefully. So I mean, I hope he does well. I hope Gus Poyet does well.
He can replace Willian.
But like, if you look at them last season, their main player was Castro, and he's 35 years old. Ruben Castro.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
35
as well.
years old.
Yeah.
And he's not a kind of like the likes of Ibrahimovic or Adarice, where you peak when you're at an older age as a target man, but he did really well last season, and I don't see. I guess he could drop off this season, but if he carries on doing well, they're not a relegation candidate for me.
Yeah, they shouldn't. They shouldn't be. They should be safely mid-table from the squad they have. Van der Vaart as well. I mean, he's past his best, but
Van der Vaart's gone.
He's gone. He's gone. He's still Van der Vaart.
To midget.
No, but he's actually left.
I think this is the last. I think this is.
He's actually physically moved out of the club.
Left. He was linked with Reading.
I think this is the last team we'll talk about, and it's Celta de Vigo.
Celta Vigo.
Celta de Vigo.
They finished sixth. They finished sixth last season. Sixth.
Yeah.
They have a good player in Iago Aspas.
Yeah, they have Iago Aspas, and they've got John Guidetti as well. They've got Guidetti. They have a guy from Basel that I remember, Marcelo Diaz from Chile. They've got the likes of him. They've also got Jose Manuel Garcia.
I love the signing of Sisto from Midtjylland.
The what?
A very Sisto from Midtjylland.
Yes, Sisto.
Such a good right winger.
He's so good.
The club that's 40 years younger than Louis van Gaal.
Yeah. All right, so Celta Vigo, what do you all think about them? Where do you think they'll finish this season? Sixth last season?
I have no idea.
They're not bad, but I don't see maybe Europa League max maximum.
So you're talking somewhat the same position.
To be fair, they lost Nolito, didn't they?
Yeah,
that's a big one. That
is a big player to lose.
How much money did they get for Nolito?
John Guidetti is good.
I think they got about 14 million for him, but it's quite good for like a 29-year-old.
Yeah, that's not bad.
John Guidetti, I mean...
Yeah,
they didn't even play well in the Euros.
He's still going to get
John Guidetti's never really reached his potential.
John Guidetti?
Guidetti, is he permanently there? Because I think he's a Man City player, isn't he?
He was
a Man City.
He has goals in him. You've got two goal scorers
He's
there.
been on loan. He was the guy that everyone's saying was going to replace Zlatan.
Yeah.
And for Sweden. Because literally there was nobody else. There was nobody else that could have replaced Zlatan. So
he's not a bad player.
They saw this young
There's-
19-year-old.
There's nobody who can replace Zlatan. It's
He-
Zlatan.
He's not a bad player. Just when you put him to those standards, then yeah, you're gonna obviously put him off.
Yeah, and he was on loan for Stoke a bit. He didn't do too well there, but now he's at Celta de Vigo. So it's going to be interesting how he plays next season.
They've done pretty well with buying players, but I mean to lose Nolito is a big one. But you still have two players in there who will get you goals, so they won't do too badly.
All right, so I think that's all the teams we know. Really, I don't think we can talk about any other teams.
Last look, then we can go through
Jan's limited knowledge.
Yellow Submarine is the best team.
All right, so
that's all I know.
Is that you want to say anything to wrap this up?
Not really. Anybody else want to have a try? Hey, it's your debut, Ollie. You say something.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Yes, perfect.
Yes. All right. I'm gonna say wait. Why couldn't it be at the Camp Nou?
Okay.
Why did it have to be at Santiago Bernabeu?
Okay.
Thank you for watching this La Liga preview. If you did enjoy, please like and subscribe. Check out the following channels in the links description. Oh my God! In the description, we've got Ollie's channel, Gyan's channel, and then we've got Ekman's channel, which is going to be created. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.